After an extended holiday vacation, the world's top professional skier has returned to the White Carnival. The boss is back in town, and he's ready to conduct business on the men's U.S. Pro Ski Tour.
I had a great vacation back in Austria. I did a lot of paragliding with my friends and spent some time with my family. It was a great Christmas. I trained very hard, and that's why I'm ready to race again here on the tour.
Austria's Bernhard Knauss is well on his way to becoming the first skier in history to win $1 million in prize money. The super-fast Knauss has earned more than $900,000 in his first 4 years on the Pro Tour.
I made good money so far on the tour, but I'm still hungry and I still like ski racing.
Bernhard Knauss, the defending tour champion, is the most successful pro skier in history, with 48 major race wins to his credit, and there's no end in sight.
I just want to ski perfect on the tour, and I'm sure I will try to win the World Championships again in Aspen this year, because Uwe Nygren took it away from me last season, so I want to have this title back.
He's the man to beat, that's obvious. But who can beat Bernhard Knauss?
Bernhard? Bernhard who?
Bernhard is, I think, this year not the fastest skier.
Almost all of the top guys can beat him, you know, as long as they are strong enough in their mind.
I won against Bernhard a couple of times. It's been a while now, so it's time.
If you let Bernhard get ahead of you, which he often does right from the start, it's very difficult mentally to stay in your own game.
Nobody is unbeatable. Nobody. Not even Bernhard Knauss.
Bernhard can be beat if you get out quick and beat him in his own game.
On the new year, I'm gonna kick his butt.
But you have to ski perfect because he just doesn't make mistakes. He's the king.
The champion and his challengers are set to battle once again, this time in the majestic Rocky Mountains. From the Telluride Ski Resort, Telluride, Colorado, Chrysler presents the Men's U.S. Pro Ski Tour. And today, it's the Coca-Cola Cup. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Joel Myers, and welcome to the southwestern portion of the state of Colorado. Today, we are not 1 mile high. We are 2 miles up in the San Juan range of the Rocky Mountains. Joining us today is our expert commentator, Mike Collins. And Mike, Bernhard Knauss has dominated the U.S. Men's Pro Ski Tour over the last 4 years, winning 48 times, but for some reason, he has not had a lot of luck here in Telluride.
He's won about every place we've ever gone with the Pro Tour, but he hasn't had the success here as he's had in other places. And I doubt if he'll have it today. Talking to him last night, his back is really bothering him. He said he doubted he could make 10 runs today.
Qualifying anything but ordinary on Friday to get to the round of 32. In fact, missing today, the defending champion Matthias Berthold, also Felix McGrath, the American who finished second at Neshoba Valley, but the conditions changed dramatically in the qualifying on Friday.
Ski racing, there's a lot of luck involved. You never know what's going to happen. McGrath and these guys, the top pros went. It was snowing hard. You couldn't see, visibility very poor. And then, boom, the sun comes out. A lot of the rookies are having fast runs on a fast track. So consequently, a lot of new names, new faces in today's lineup. We may have some upsets.
And to find out about the conditions today, let's head to the top of the race course now and join Corey Carlson.
Well, Joel, racing conditions could be tough under the weather conditions today once again here in Telluride, as a major winter storm is expected to hit later today with 1 to 2 feet of new snow. Currently, we have 30 degrees under cloudy, overcast skies. No wind in the forecast, but that could change. And the conditions on the race course are good. Hard-packed powder, but more powder expected. The race course here on Competition Hill has 41 gates over 2 man-made jumps, running about 5 feet in height, and it was set by an all-American pair. Felix McGrath, who failed to qualify, set this course, assisted by Bob Ormsby. And one final note on the course, Joel, is that it is a technical one. Difficult turns and endurance will be a factor in the outcome of today's race.
Thank you, Corey. Yesterday, we saw racing action in the giant slalom format, and with an update, here's David Stanfield's GS report.
Thank you, Joel. Yesterday, under sunny skies, we saw the Sears Xerox Cup Giant Slalom. A record total of 16 U.S. Pro Tour rookies qualified. Some had a little trouble. The big news, however, was in the semifinals, where Tour champion Bernhard Knauss barged twice against fellow Austrian Sebastian Witzun. So in the finals, it was Ove Nygren from Norway versus Sebastian Fitsum. Sebastian had a 1.5-second advantage after the first run and cruised home for the win. His third pro win in his 6 years as a professional. Final results, Fitsum, Nygren, Knauss, and Thomas Tonig, Austrian pro rookie, in 4th place. Also, Joel, earlier this morning I spoke with number 2 ranked Matthias Berthold about how he felt about not qualifying.
Well, I can't even be mad because it's so unbelievable for me that I'm not qualified. I tell you, it was like a shock. But you have to face it, and a real competitor has to go through that and win the next weekend or make a top result the weekend after that.
The snow has started to fall now at the ski resort in Telluride, Colorado. And let's take a look at our round of 8. As we look at the ladder now, the first matchup, Nygren, Ove Nygren from Norway, going up against Werner Herzog. Herzog from Austria. Then it is going to be Hans Hofer taking on Fitsum. Berge matching up with Reed of Canada. And finally, Cheeseman of Slovenia against the favorite Bernard Knauss. And with the snow falling and coming down with a good deal of force now, let's get a course condition update at the top of the race course in Corey Carlson.
Well, Joel, this course has taken on a whole new look. It was smooth in the round of 32, even smooth in the round of 16, but here in the quarterfinals, it has gotten rutted and rough, particularly in between the first and second jump. It's difficult to hold the line. Add to that the snow falling, and it's tough to see the track right now. It's going to be tough racing out there, Joel.
All right, Corey. So, Mike, a difficult proposition now to read those ruts and ridges you've been talking about.
To maintain that speed, you have to enter the rut early. If the ski goes in across the rut, you're going to get thrown offline, off balance.
So the snow continues to fall as we get ready for the round of 8. Ove Nygren from Oslo, Norway, a former world champion. And he will be going up against Werner Herzog. The 30-year-old finished 11th last year on the U.S. Pro Ski Tour, 11th in the season-long series. So we are ready for the start of the round of 8. And on the red course, it is going to be Ove Nygren, who finished second in the giant slalom yesterday. The blue course, Werner Herzog.
Herzog, a veteran, an 88 world champion skiing against Nygren. And Nygren, as we said, is smooth. He's a real cool customer, loves to let him fly. He's got a little advantage right now in the middle section of the course. And this is where Corey said it's getting rough, it's getting tough to see. You want to maintain your line down through there. And Ove's maintaining a little bit of lead over Herzog. He has the lead touching down here. He's on the flats. He skis very well. Also does Herzog in the flats, but Ove's opening it up.
Ove Nygren with just about a gate lead, but now here comes Herzog.
Herzog's very strong in the lower part of the body. He skied that last 4 gates great.
Nygren wins, but by a slight margin, .040, 4/100ths of a second.
Picking up into this second jump area, Ove has the advantage right here. He's relaxed, he's on the skis flow down the hill, and Herzog is very, very strong in the lower part of the body. He's starting to put a little pressure over on Ove. You can see Ove, he should start to scramble a little bit in here, as Herzog is really letting it run on the other side.
Ready now for the second matchup in the round of 8. It's going to be Hans Hofer on the red course. Hofer ranking 4th right now in his 3rd season, another Austrian. He will be on the red course, going up against Sebastian Fitsum, another Austrian in his 6th season.
Fitsum doesn't have a top 4 finish in slalom this year, and Hofer won the last week at Neshoba Valley. A lot of confidence in those wins.
Red course ready, blue course ready, course is clear, racers ready.
And an even beginning.
It should be a very even match here. Hofer's probably a little bit of slalom skill, and Fitsum's in trouble right off the bat. He got tied up in between, couldn't get off that uphill ski, and he's out a 1-5. Hofer has the advantage, 1-5 into the next heat.
So a huge break for Hans Hofer. The maximum advantage, 1.5 seconds.
Boomers right off the bat, coming right out of the start, very flat up there. The racers are trying to press, trying to get as much speed as they can till they get into the pitch. We've Fitsum right here on the blue course. He gets tied up in the gate, can't get off that uphill ski. No chance in the world to make that next gate. Boom, he's down 1.5.
Stay with us. More great ski racing right after this short break. Today's Bennett Sports Special of the Coca-Cola Cup from the Telluride Ski Resort is being brought to you by Chrysler, the minivan company, proud sponsor of the U.S. Pro Ski Tour. By Coors Light, it's the right beer now. By Hawaiian Tropic, world-class sun care. And by American Airlines, something special in the air. To give us all a better idea of what the skiers are actually experiencing, let's go back to the top of the race course now with Corey Carlson.
Well, earlier I mentioned that this was a tricky course. Well, now I'm going to take you for a ride down it. Here we go. The upper section is a nice rhythm all the way down to the first gate. Racers really want to just stay on the line and set up for this first jump right here. Land down on that course. Now is where the course really gets technical. Big turns. The racers have to stay in line. Here's a flush. A lot of speed coming into the second jump. Over it, setting up, down, and landing now. This is where the course gets extremely flat. One mistake here, and the racer would be out of the gate, out of the course. You can really lose a lot of time here, so timing and quickness is everything. Through the finish line, and that's what it looks like to the ski racers.
Thanks, Corey. So a good idea of what the racers are going through, but of course the conditions are constantly changing now. And we're ready for our next run of the quarterfinals. It's going to be Torjus Berge of Oslo, Norway. Berge, a Norwegian ski veteran, against the 8-time Canadian champion, Jim Reed, out of Calgary.
Reed needs a strong start here. He needs to get out in front, stay with Berge, put a little pressure on him.
Berge on the red course. Reed on the blue course.
Berge's a definite favorite here. Very good slalom skier, good all-around skier. Reed likes the steeps a little better, a little more of a speed man. Berge has the advantage right now. Reed's in trouble off that jump, and he's out. Boom, another 1.5 advantage. This one going to Torjus Berge.
With the way the course is changing now, are some of the racers taking some chances early?
Well, we're definitely building some ruts in here as you pick up Reed on the blue course. Jimmy gets in trouble coming off the jump. He lands a little bit on the inside ski there. He just couldn't quite get off that ski to make the next gate. The visibility is getting worse. There's some loose snow in the ruts. The conditions are definitely changing.
Ready for the next run in the quarterfinals, it's Tomasz Cheeseman of Slovenia. He is going to be in the red course, currently ranking 7th in the point standings in his 3rd season on the tour, against the defending champion and everybody's favorite, Bernard Knauss.
This will be the first time Knauss has been tested today.
Cheeseman on the red course. There's the defending champion, Knauss on the blue course. And Knauss with an early lead already.
Good even start up there. Knauss has the advantage on the red course. We'll see if Bernie skis this all out or not. He hasn't skied all out today. He's been skiing about 90%. He's skiing very smoothly in the middle section of this course. Looks like he's loosened up a little bit. The back doesn't seem to be as tight as it had been. He has the advantage coming down in the flat. And this is where Bernie skis very, very well. He's in the flats here, really letting the skis run. Cheeseman has a lot of ground to make up on Knauss right now, and it looks like his health is fine.
So Knauss breezes in his first run against Cheeseman. And the advantage, almost a full second.
That's the best I've seen Bernard ski today. He knew he had to hit one against Cheeseman. He really has to test himself on this course, ski all out. He did it this run. He looked very smooth, skied very much mistake-free. He's taken some chances down through here. He's going right at the gates, but you can see the Knauss of old. He looks very good on the skis, very fluid. The skis are really accelerating into the flat sections of the turn here, and Bernard looks like he's going to have enough to go today, maybe to go the distance if the back holds out.
So Knauss with a huge edge over Cheeseman. And we will come right back to the spectacular setting as we'll be ready for the second run heats, the quarterfinals. They are coming up next as the Coca-Cola Cup continues from Telluride, Colorado. the San Juan mountain range, the southern portion of the Rocky Mountains, and the snow continues to fall in Telluride, Colorado. And welcome back once again, Joel Myers, along with Mike Collins, Corey Carlson, Dave Stanfield, as we continue with the Coca-Cola Cup. And let's take a look now at the point standing so far. Knauss with a big lead over Nygren. Berthold of Austria in third place in the season-long series. Berge in fourth. And then the top American right now in seventh position is Felix McGrath. And McGrath, the only American in the top 10. Let's take a look now at the basics of pro ski racing. With a dual format, it's man-on-man racing. 32 racers will qualify. Each pair races twice as they alternate courses. Identical courses set only 12 feet apart. Horse race type starting gates at the top of the course. Double pole paneled gates and 2 pro bumps. Differential timing at the bottom of the course. And to win, a racer must make 10 runs and must defeat 5 different opponents. We are ready now for our second run of the quarterfinals. The snow continues to pelt the race course in Telluride, Colorado. And the first pair on the course, it'll be Ove Nygren, who had such a great run in the giant slalom yesterday, finishing second. He's got only a slight edge, though, .040 over Werner Herzog.
As Herzog said in the interview with Corey, it's anyone's race. Whoever makes the fewest mistakes is definitely going to win this heat. This is pretty much a jump ball right here at 400ths of a second.
Herzog closest to the camera on the red course. To the far side, Nygren. The Norwegian will be on the blue course.
All of those rookies that were here at the round of 32, they're now out enjoying some of the powder here at this beautiful Telluride resort.
Yeah, before it's all over, they're expecting just about 2 more feet of new snow in Telluride. Here we go, Nygren and Herzog.
Red course ready, blue course ready, course is clear, racers ready.
And a barge. A barge on the red course. That is on Herzog. And that is his second. Herzog had a barge earlier.
The round of 32.
Yes, that
Herzog
is his second.
should be out.
They are waiting for a clarification at the top of the race course. But Herzog is out.
That is a real break for Ove, not having to, 1, to try to win against Herzog, and 2, to be able to conserve that energy of those 2. That's a really hard run. He would have had to ski all out to make to stay within that 400ths of a second.
Now it's going to be Hans Hofer of Austria. He will be on the blue course. And it'll be Witzum, Sebastian Witzum, also from Austria, who won the giant slalom yesterday on the red course.
Witzum has to make up a 1.5, and as we said all day, the only way to do it is to get out in front, force a mistake, and with the light conditions the way they are, that certainly is something within the realm of possibility.
And with the changing conditions, we have seen a number of skiers go down.
It's definitely deteriorating. The light's bad, the visibility's bad, the course is beginning to rut up, especially in the steep section in the middle, and that's where it's dangerous. That's where you have to stay on your toes, not make any really mistakes that would throw you out of the race.
Any equipment changes at all?
No. The guys are, the biggest problem they have is keeping those boleys clear and be able to see the ruts.
Course is clear. Red course, Witzum, blue course, Hofer.
You're looking at
Red
Witzum
course ready.
on the red course, Hofer on the blue course.
Racers ready.
And a great start for Witzum.
Good start for Witzum. That's just what he needs to do. Get out in front. Now he has to stretch it out. He has to pull out all the stops, take all the risks, really dive right into these gates. He's got the advantage over the steep section. Hofer's going to ski this a little more cautiously. Witzum is out. Hofer advances.
So the pressure was definitely on Witzum, trailing by 1.5 seconds. And Hans Hofer moves on to the final 4, the semifinals.
Witzum really tried to let them run in that middle section of the course, which is really what he needed to do. He needed to try to develop a little bit of a lead. Coming into the jump area, Hofer's down. Witzum is right here. He's on the red course. He's making some good turns. Getting popped a little bit. You see he's back on the skis right there, diving into that next rut. Just can't make the next gate, skied across it, but he needed to really try to hit that as hard as he could.
Course is clear. Red course.
Second run of the quarterfinals now. It's Torjus Børge of Norway and Reed of Canada.
Jimmy's in the same position as Vitsum, down to 1.5, about a 32-second course here. He needs to have the advantage coming off the steep section, at least a gate and a half to have a chance. Børge staying right with him now. Good even turns in the middle section of this course. Both skiers skiing very hard into the second jump. Little bit of a lead. Jimmy skied the flats very well, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to make up the 1.5 today.
Reed to your right, Børge to your left. Reed on the red course did have that slat edge before the flats, and now Børge has come back on, and he has taken the advantage. So Torjus Børge, with a huge lead after the first run, will advance to the semifinals.
Torjus skied very well within himself there. There was no mistakes, and that is the key to success in skiing slalom, is not to make that mistake that throws you off the course. The gates are coming up very quickly. If you get behind the skis in this flat line, if you can't see the rut very well, then you're in trouble. Børge staying right with Reed. He knows he has that 1.5 lead. That translates into probably 2 gates on this course, and there's no way Jim was going to make it up.
And now Bernard Knauss, who is going to be on the red course with almost a full second lead over Cheeseman of Slovenia.
Knauss isn't going to ski this as hard. He's going to try to conserve, save the back, save the legs, save a little breath. Bernie on the red course, coming out smoothly. As I say, this course is deteriorating. It's getting much more difficult to pick up the ruts. He's in the steep section right now. This is where he doesn't want to make the mistake that would throw him out of the competition. He had a third yesterday. He needs to have another win, get back in the lead. He's definitely has the advantage on the red course right now over Cheeseman. Skiing very well, Knauss, and it looks like he's going to be able to coast from here on in.
So Bernard Knauss didn't need to win the run. His second run of the quarterfinals, all he needed to do was finish within 9/10 of a second. He did exactly that. And Bernard Knauss is on his way to the final for the semis. Right now, let's check in with David Stanfield.
Joel, as you know, yesterday we enjoyed sunny skies for the giant slalom. Also, there was a Telluride Celebrity Pro-Am. It was a great success to benefit the Telluride Children's Ski Club. Here's a glimpse at some of the fun.
Compatible ski equipment is very important for anyone who wants to improve their ability level. What is it? Compatible ski equipment is boots, bindings, and skis all working together as one unit to make you specifically a better skier. If your equipment's not working right, your technique's going to go downhill real fast. Sometimes racers must deal with mixed equipment from different manufacturers because they have obligations to several different sponsors. But racers have the technical support to deal with any variables. However, for recreational skiers, matching equipment can be very difficult. First, find a ski shop with knowledgeable salespeople. Second, purchase equipment for the next ability level you want to reach. Beginners should buy intermediate gear, intermediates buy advanced gear, and so on. Number 3, when buying skis, boots, or bindings separately, tell the shop salesperson exactly what other models of gear you own. Also, demo skis whenever possible to find out exactly how they'll perform with your boots. And finally, plan on spending more for your boots. A good pair of boots will help you get the most performance out of your skis. Matching ski equipment simply requires some common sense. Skiers should buy equipment in the same product category. Compatibility is important for both safety and performance. For the Coors Light Ski Tip, I'm Felix McGrath. And if you want to have some real fun, time yourself against the pros, check out the Coors Light Ski Challenge.
Time yourself against the pros. Take the Coors Light Ski Challenge, a fantastic opportunity to see how your time compares to that of a local pro. A pro racer will take on challengers in a head-to-head contest through the dual slalom course. Now, if you're not there to go head-to-head with a pro, you can still race against his time every day of the season on a dual slalom self-timing race arena. It's the easy way to challenge yourself on a more difficult course. Take the Coors Light Ski Challenge at these great ski resorts.
The snow continues to fall as we take a look at the final four. Nygren and Hofer in the first of the final four of the semifinals, and then Berge, the unenviable position of going up against Bernard Knauss. Nygren finished second in the giant slalom yesterday. He will be getting ready to go up against Hans Hofer. And the course continuing to change. Nygren will be in the red course.
We have really two different styles here. Nygren really likes the wild man, really lets the skis fly down the hill, flails away at the gates. Hofer, much more of a conventional skier, much smoother.
Hofer has done very well, as you could see, in the slalom competition. Now he's in the semifinals, defeating Vitsum in the quarters. Nygren red course, Hofer in the blue course, and Hofer with an early lead.
There should be a real contrast in styles here. If Ove lets him fly, we'll see some spectacular skiing in the middle section of this course. Ove has a little bit of a lead over Hofer right now. This is the difficult section here. This is where the ruts are falling. Ove, a lot of problems right there. Came across that rut. Hofer not be able to do much on the other side. Ove has the advantage into the flats. He skis the flats very well. Ove Nygren on the red course, Hofer on the blue course, and the advantage goes to Ove Nygren thus far.
Ove Nygren earlier had a good deal of success during the flat portion of the course, but it's Hofer who came on a little bit towards the end of the race, but still it's Hofer by 0.268 seconds. Now it is going to be Torches Berge. Berge to your right on the red course, 8-year member of the Norwegian ski team. And what a difficult task today for him, going up against the defending champion, Bernard Knauss, who told me last night this is his favorite place. It's ironic he hasn't won here because this reminds him of the little place, the little town he grew up in Austria.
In Schladming. Knauss might have been playing possum a little bit last night talking about that back. He looks like he's skiing very, very well to me.
Knauss to your left, Berge to your right.
This is a real test for Berge going up against Knauss. Berge has had a couple of second place finishes in slalom thus far this year. He's a little bit behind up there in one of the turns, a little bit wild coming off that jump. Knauss very much in control on the blue course, in and out of those ruts, turn return, changing edges very well. He has a good lead coming into that second jump area. Knauss is down in good shape. He skis the flats very well. Berge is jamming up there. He's feeling the pressure of being behind Bernard Knauss, and he knows Knauss skis the flats very well.
Knauss with a big lead now over Berge. And Knauss with 0.474. The time difference, the advantage for the defending champ.
Bernie's trying to loosen up the boots, loosen up the back brace, loosen up the knee. Here he goes on that blue course. This is a super run. Bernard Knauss, no mistakes. Berge got a little bit flustered, jammed a couple of times up there. Bernard had the advantage out of the start, had it all the way through the middle section of the course. He's skiing very, very fluidly here. You watch the skis in the snow. He's just bounding in and out of the ruts. Good run, Knauss.
So Nygren takes the first run over Hofer and Bernard Knauss, who you're looking at right now with almost a half a second advantage over Torches Berge of Norway. We will be right back with the second run semifinal action. That is up next as the Coca-Cola Cup continues.
Before visiting Telluride, I had heard about the new Durrell Telluride Resort and Spa. The quotes I had heard went something like this: the finest mountain resort and spa in the Rockies. Well, I did my own investigating, and here's what I saw, and seeing is believing. This magnificent resort and spa is big, brand new, and located in Telluride's beautiful mountain village, which is just minutes from the historic town of Telluride. The Durrell Telluride Resort and Spa features 177 deluxe guest rooms and suites. In winter, the resort offers the ultimate ski-in and ski-out location, with the added convenience of a ski and rental shop with the latest in high-tech equipment and European fashion trends. But there's much more than just alpine skiing. Try cross-country skiing or even helicopter skiing. All available right outside the door. The resort boasts a 42,000 square foot spa and features programs in the spirit of other great spas of the world. The spa features 3 heated pools, a 2-story water slide, a private and co-ed jacuzzis, saunas, and steam rooms, along with personalized fitness assessment, a cardiovascular fitness center, a climbing wall, and over 40 private treatment rooms, which feature massage treatments and complete facial treatments. The Alpenglow restaurant offers a truly unique dining experience with breathtaking mountain views, along with tantalizing tastes of American, alpine, and spa cuisine. Well, it's true what they say about the Doral Telluride. It is the finest resort and spa in the Rockies. In fact, it's so great, I'm going to come back in the summer. For the U.S. Pro Ski Tour, I'm Rebecca Grant.
A look now at the Final 4 from the Coca-Cola Cup in Telluride last year, and 3 of the 4 in the finals, in the semis at least, last year, once again in there this year. Unfortunately, Berthold, the defending champion, didn't even make the round of 32, but again, appearances in the semis for Berge, Hofer, and Ove Nygren. Almost 3/10 of a second advantage for Ove Nygren, who's going to be to your left on the blue course. Hofer to your right on the red course.
Hofer has to get a mistake out of Nygren in order to make up those 3/10. To do that, he has to get a little pressure on, get out in front. Nygren has the advantage right now into the steep section of the course. This is where it's tricky right here. Nygren has a little bit of advantage, very loose on the skis. He's skiing very well today. Hofer's got a lot of catching up to do on that red course. Nygren letting him run roll now on the blue. Hofer coming on strong. He skied the last section of that course well in the first run.
Ove Nygren in control. And it's going to be Ove Nygren making his way to the finals. So the Norwegian takes 2 straight over the Austrian Hans Hofer.
Ove was never really pressured here. He skied well from top to bottom, and again, he didn't make that mistake. He's nice and loose. He's picking up the ruts very well here. He's right on top of all the turns. A conservative run for Ove's part. He had the advantage after that first run. Ove's looking very strong.
So we now know one finalist, and let's join him with David Stanfield.
Thank you, Joel. The Wild Man. He's singing. You like this song, Ove? He is nuts. Now, that's not wild skiing. That is some great skiing. You like this tight course?
Yeah, I think this is good, and had a good feeling today, and had a rhythm today, so.
Altitude's not bothering you?
Oh, yeah. Went straight from Norway on Wednesday, so.
Yeah, the altitude is bothering him a little bit, but you would love to win here again?
Oh, you gotta love that. I gotta win.
He says he's gonna win, Joel. Let's see if it happens.
All right, we'll head back to the top of the race course now, and can Torches Berge make up just about a half a second disadvantage that's owned right now by Bernard Knauss.
In the head-to-head matchups this year, Knauss and Berge have split, and I believe Knauss double barged on one of his losses to Berge.
Looking at Knauss now, closest to the camera. He's on the red course.
Bernie's on the red course. Good start, good strong skiing up in the flats. He has that 4/10 advantage, starting to pull out of a little bit of a lead now over Berge. Bernard Knauss, steep section, skiing well, setting up for the jump now. Knauss is down in good shape. He has that 4/10 of advantage, turn for turn in the middle section of the course. Berge is skiing right with him to make up that 4/10. He needs a gate. He's had trouble with his pole. Knauss is skiing well in the red, and it's going to be Bernard Knauss.
So Bernard Knauss dominates Berge down toward the flat portion of the course to take the second run. And he gives us all an idea of how much he enjoyed it.
The secret to Knauss's skiing is he doesn't make that mistake that forces him to play catch-up. He's hitting every turn, nailing every one right here. The skis are entering the right release, changing the edges very well, never out of balance, never behind the skis, upper part of the body, facing directly down the hill. always able to catch up with that ski as he gets popped out of the rut, hands out in front. This is exactly the way you want to ski slalom. Into the finish line. Bernie is #1 again.
Well, that back cannot be bothering him too much. And let's head over to David Stanfield once again.
Bernard Knauss, you are breathing very heavily. People are talking about you didn't train a lot prior to the season. High altitude here. Can you make it against Nygren in the finals?
Yes, because I'm skiing very good now. I had a couple very good runs today, and I feel very confident.
It seems you've been really pushing hard in the first run and really making the other competitor work hard.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you have to make up the seconds and everything in the first run, and then you can stay with him or you can cruise with him down in the second run. You can save a little bit of energy in the second run.
Same philosophy against Nygren first run, you're going all out?
Yeah, sure, full. Because against a guy like Nygren, you have to ski full.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Bernard Knauss going after his first slalom win ever here in Telluride.
All right, David, so it's the Norwegian against the Austrian, and the hardy souls continue to come out with the snow falling in southwestern Colorado. So it is Nygren and Knauss in the finals. They are coming up along with the Coors Light. Night on the Town with Rebecca Grant. We'll be right back as the Coca-Cola Cup continues from Telluride, Colorado.
Telluride, Colorado is known for many things: great skiing, friendly people, and turn-of-the-century bars. One of the most famous bars in Telluride is the new Sheridan Hotel. The bar has been a social center ever since the days of Butch Cassidy. This Saturday night, I was with Sebastian Witzum and Bernhard Knauss, celebrating Sebastian Witzum's victory in today's giant slalom. The bar gives that old-time friendly feeling, with original light fixtures, an Austrian cherrywood bar, and lots of vintage photographs. After a toast at the Sheridan Bar, we are on our way through town. So, Bernhard, what do you like about Telluride?
I like this town, you know. I like all the small shops and especially the bars and restaurants. That's why Telluride is very nice, and it's my favorite ski resort in town.
How about you, Sebastian?
You know, it's just what Bernie said, but it reminds me really of Austria, you know, all the mountains surrounded. And in the middle of the town, you know, it's just very, very nice.
Mm-hmm. Our next stop was at another infamous watering hole, the Last Dollar Saloon. At the saloon, we ran into another ski racer, Jakob Reiner from Switzerland. Well, things started getting a little out of hand, so I thought it was time to drag Sebastian and Bernhard out of the fun. Well, these guys have an awful big day tomorrow, so we're going to call it a night. Guys! Oh well. Anyways, I'm Rebecca Grant for Coors Light Night on the Town.
Let's take a look now at the road to the finals. First of all, for Ove Nygren of Norway. He first defeated Funkhauser of Austria. Then it was Jurko, the outstanding rookie. Got past Herzog and finally defeated the young man we just saw, Hans Hofer, to reach the finals with Bernard Knauss. And for Knauss, he defeated Kartrim first from Sweden. Then it was Troy Watts of the U.S. Finally got past Cheeseman of Slovenia, and the last run against Berge. So we're ready for the first run of the finals. It is Bernard Knauss and Ove Nygren of Norway, running second right now in the season-long point standing, so not a surprise to see Nygren and Knauss in the finals together. And Knauss, the defending champion, the most successful in this competition over the last 4 years.
Knauss has had an outstanding advantage first run every heat today. See if he can do it against Nygren.
Knauss to your left, Nygren to your right on the red course.
Knauss on blue, Nygren on red in the flat section. First run of the finals here. Bernie, a little bit of advantage coming into that first jump. Bernie and Nygren right now, turn for turn, middle section of the course. Ove is a little flailing around there, very, very wild, caught in the inside ski, and there goes Knauss right by him on the blue course. Big advantage. Bernard Knauss, he forced a mistake by Nygren. Nygren's all over the lot right now, skiing straight at the gates. Big advantage by Knauss, and he's going to stay true to form. Big advantage right to the finish line.
So mistakes for Nygren. And a huge advantage for more than a second, 1.331 for Bernard Knauss.
That's been the story all day long. There hasn't been the mistakes made by Knauss. He's skiing clean runs. He's skiing aggressively. You pick up Ove here. He's on the blue course. And Ove is all over the place here. He's very wild. He's very fast, though. He lets the skis run down the hill, but he gets tangled up in the gates. He gets behind the skis. He has to dump a lot of speed right there, jam the turn in order to negotiate the next gate. As we pick up Knauss on the opposite side, just the opposite type of turns. Watch the skis in the rut, nice and smooth, flowing down the hill. He's generating speed each turn, and he's not being forced into the mistake. He has the lead right from the start. Bernard Knauss, that's why he's the best skier on the tour.
So we'll be right back to find out whether or not Bernard Knauss can maintain that huge edge he has over Ove and Nygren. So stay with us for that championship run between Nygren and Knauss as we determine the Coca-Cola Cup Slalom Champion. This is Telluride, Colorado. Located in the spectacular San Juan Mountains, Telluride is nestled among the highest concentration of 14,000-foot peaks in the United States. Telluride's historic Main Street, known as Colorado Avenue, has hardly changed since the day when Butch Cassidy robbed his first bank here, which was back in 1889. As for skiing, Mother Nature generously blankets Telluride with over 25 feet of snow each season. There's over 1,000 skiable acres and over 3,500 skiable vertical feet. Alpine enthusiasts of all abilities will easily find their perfect run. Telluride, a skier's paradise. Ready now for the second run of the finals. And it seems like you can almost psych yourself out before the race ever begins when you're going up against Bernard Knauss.
It's kind of like looking at that Nolan Ryan fastball. It's you have to be lucky to beat Knauss. This will be a fun run by Ove, though.
1.3 second advantage for Knauss to your right.
I'd be very surprised if Ove makes it all the way down the hill. If he really lets him fly, he probably isn't going to make all the gates. If he does make all the gates, he'll put a little pressure on Knauss. But he's staying right with him right now. Bernie's not letting Ove get out in front, getting a big lead. A little bit of lead on Ove's part right now, but he needs at least 2 gates if he's going to challenge Knauss at all here today at Telluride.
It's not going to happen. It's on cruise control for Bernie Knauss.
Yeah, it's all over right here. He's in the flats. He's skiing smooth. The Telluride is off his back. He's had a victory here. That's about a clean sweep in every place we go to. Pick up Bernie on the red course. Every run that he's made today, we could go through each one of these replays. None of them look any different. Knauss is the same. Run after run after run. There's no mistakes. He skis each one flawlessly.
Let's go to David Stanfield.
Bernard Knauss, you broke the jinx. First place here in slalom and Telluride. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm very happy about my victory here in Telluride because I never won the slalom here, and I think I skied very good today.
Now, was your back really bothering you, or were you playing possum? You look like you got stronger each run.
Yeah, I mean, my back was very bad. I couldn't sleep almost the whole night, and then in the morning was very bad. The first 2 runs I was very stiff, but then I was warm and I took some medicine, you know, that I can't feel my back, but it was bad, but we'll see what's happening next week.
You really had the incentive to win here in Telluride, didn't you?
Yeah, sure. It was. I think it was a very exciting run.
Congratulations, Bernard Knauss. Win here in slalom, a big win. Joel.
All right, David. So Knauss finally gets that elusive victory in Telluride. It's his 49th win overall on the U.S. Pro Tour. As Nygren finishes second, Berge with that 3rd place finish, he will now move ahead of Matthias Berthold in the season series point standings. He'll move into 3rd position as well in that season-long series as Hofer finishes 4th. Now it's time for the American Airlines Something Special in the Air Advantage run of the day. And we take a look back now in the first run of the semis between Knauss and Berge, with Knauss on your left.
Looking back, this was the run that really set the dominance for Knauss. He hadn't been tested up until this point with someone of Berge's caliber. Berge had a chance to win this heat, but Knauss had the advantage right out of the start. Through the middle section of the course, Knauss is stretching out that lead. Into the flats, Knauss is skiing flawlessly. And this is going to be the fastest overall run of the day at 32.072 seconds.
So Bernard Knauss taking care of Berge on his way to the victory. American Airlines, sponsor of today's Advantage Run and the industry's first and foremost frequent flyer program. So as we get ready to wrap things up from Telluride, Colorado, another very dominating performance by Bernard Knauss.
Knauss never missed a turn all day. He was so dominant, no one stood a chance, and Knauss is the guy to beat for the rest of the season.
We'll see Knauss once again next week. Hopefully you'll be able to join us in Jackson Hole, Wyoming for the Swiss Miss NutraSweet Pro Challenge. That all comes your way next weekend from Jackson Hole. For Mike Collins, Corey Carlson, Dave Stanfield, I'm Joel Myers. Thank you for joining us today in southwestern Colorado. Today's Coca-Cola Cup from the Telluride Ski Resort has been brought to you by Chrysler, the minivan company, proud sponsor of the U.S. Pro Ski Tour. By Coors Light, the right beer now. By American Airlines, something special in the air. And by Rossignol Skis, the performance you need to win. Lodging for the Bennett Sports staff provided by the Doral Telluride Resort and Spa for the ultimate vacation experience. Air transportation provided by American Airlines, the official airline of the U.S. Pro Ski Tour. American offers ski packages to Europe, Canada, and the Rockies. So call your travel agent or American. American Airlines, something special in the air. This has been a North American pro ski event. Produced by Bennett Sports. Distributed by Litton Syndication.